If you will shift your attention towards something that you want rather than don't want, you will get the results that you're after. I could observe how it works from a very young age in my own household. I saw my own mother doing that, putting her attention on negatives. After coming back from work, she was just watching TV, bitching about the world, how fucked up her situation is, etc. Because I spent years in that kind of environment, I got affected by it, and I had to spend years to rewire my own focus and mind towards the goals and the good things that I want. There is one trait that you will need to go through that process, and that trait, I can tell you right away, is resilience. What I mean here is mental resilience. But first, if you want to be able to do that, you have to understand how the focus and attention work in practice. By default, your brain is focused on threats, things that are not working, that are bad, so in short, the negatives. The mechanism itself is perfect, but only if you are in control of it. If you will learn how to use this mechanism, which I will explain in this video, you can reach your goals a lot faster. As I told you, I did this for myself. I was addicted to smoking weed, video games. I hated my life. I was depressed, and I got out of this situation. And it doesn't mean that you now should only look for positives in your life and brainwash yourself that everything is peachy and good and it's all fine. This is the logic that spiritual law of attraction YouTubers are telling you to follow. Let's say there's a fat dude and he wants to change his situation. Now, following this logic of getting into the end state, this fat loser will start feeling great about himself. Everything is fine and he loves himself as he is. Do you think that this is the right approach? At this place, in his situation, his attention is on a fact that he's fat, he's a loser, he hates his life, he doesn't even know how to start. If you would tell this person that being in the place that he's at is great, there's no other word that describes it better than just being delusional. If you want to get from this place where your life is bad and you don't like how it is, in between these two words there is a work that has to be done. And this spiritual, metaphysical, like scammers really, are selling you this sexy idea that if you will just put yourself in the state B, you can avoid the process that is in between. This is an upside down approach, and let me use the consciousness scale that they love to use in their examples. This fat dude, he's at the bottom of the scale. There's shame. I'm fat, I hate my life. There's apathy, I don't want to do anything about it, and I don't give a fuck. He gets dissatisfied with this situation, so there's anger, I want to change something about it, and I hate that it is that way. After doing that for some time, there's some courage, neutrality, he gets into acceptance and self-love because he's doing hard work for himself. He went through this scale by doing the work. This evolution of consciousness was just natural. Coming back to the resilience, mental resilience that I mentioned, how does it work and why it is necessary and how does it apply to all of that? As I told you in the beginning, your brain's default mode is to keep you alive. If you will apply mental resilience towards changing your situation, you will have to redirect your attention over and over again from the negatives, how fucked it is, I can't do anything about it, towards I will try, I go to run, I will just do the reps. You exhaust your ego that was focused on the negatives, and all of that energy that was used to fuel and drive your defense mechanisms is now time after time being redirected towards you achieving your goals. Your brain starts to understand that, okay, this guy will do whatever he's doing anyways, so we might now redirect this energy here to help him to achieve his goals as efficient as possible, because your ego's main goal is still to conserve energy. Coming back to the example of this fat dude and how it will work in that situation. His life is shit and he's miserable, he doesn't know what to do, but he starts, he keeps going, and after some time he likes himself more. He was actively pushing against his defense mechanisms towards his goals. The process itself, as he builds some discipline, gets easier and his ego starts to loosen up. He creates some cool playlists for himself to make this more enjoyable. He gets more healthy and naturally motivated. And as you can see, because of mental resilience, so redirecting his focus towards the good thing that he wants, he evolves towards higher states of consciousness. What is the conclusion from this story? There is no shortcut and there is no gimmick, and you will never find anything like that. I wasted years of my life being invested in new age, metaphysical shit because I thought that I'm smarter, but in the end you will always find out that the only way out is through, and it will always be like that. Accept it and embrace it. It will save you years of struggle and pain. This is the quickest fucking way to go from this point to this point. There's no quickest way. You can't skip the process. You can't jump through it. It's not like it will always be hard and require resilience and you will have to fight your demons. It is like that only in the beginning, but after putting enough effort and resilience, now your brain is your bitch. Maybe not your bitch, your friend. And it will do the work for you to give you better ideas and more efficient ways to reach your goals faster, to conserve energy. If you want to learn tips and tricks that will allow you to go through that process as fast as possible, check Renaissance of Productivity, link in the description. And if you want to learn about how to reprogram your mind to get more results, go and watch this video in which I explain another metaphysical and spiritual concept called alignment, and to be continued.